Here we are, we finally made it. We've been talking about this for a week or two now. We finally got here. It's Monday morning or Monday night, whatever it is for you, it's day one, D-Day. And you've been sort of waiting with anticipation and you've got through you've had to think about your backstory. I posted that on Saturday. You had to think yesterday, I guess, about the intro and what that really means to you and how committed you really are. Believe it or not, you actually challenged yourself, can I commit for 7 days? And I bet you, in your heart you said yes, and in your head you said yes, and your heart probably thought, well, it's a long time, 7 days. But I know you're ready, I know you're in, I know you're in. I know you would have felt it. Once your head made that decision, you would have connected that into your body. So, day one, let's get going. Today's all about purpose. Purpose. What do I mean by purpose? Put simply, it's why you are here. Why? A lot of people don't really ever get clear on this one. And it's so important to nail. That's why it's day one. This is key. Change your life, understand your purpose and live your purpose, right? So, purpose. Why don't people ever get clear on their purpose? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, they set up their purpose or they think about their purpose in relation to what they think others would expect of them. So they take an outward view of their purpose instead of a real inward focus. So, they think they should write their purpose statement, for example, if they're going to write it down, which a lot of people don't. They would write it according to what their boss would like to hear. They'd write it according to what their wife or their husband would, or their significant other would like to hear. They write it what their children might like to hear. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people expect of you, believe it or not. Don't worry about what other people think. Start focusing on what you think, what you believe, what you feel, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, what you want to become. See, we don't get fulfilled in life by what we do, what we get. We get fulfilled by what we give, and that's where our purpose is. It's a little bit of a teaser for as we start getting into this purpose discussion today, what it's all about. We give. There's a thought. Another reason that people sometimes don't get clear on their purpose is because they have conflicting thoughts about what their purpose means. So they think that they need to be one thing to one person, but another thing to another person. And once again, it's an outward focus and it's not centered and it's not aligned with who they really are. And yes, we have different roles in life, we have different functions, and we have different hows we achieve our purpose. See, our purpose really is our big why, and our big what, really. So it's what we're going to do and what we're going to achieve and what we're going to become. And then the how we go through life is really different for every person. So I'm a coach, I'm a speaker, I'm a motivator. Other people have other purposes. They're electricians, they're truck drivers, they're whatever. And that's the how. But if you're true to your purpose, it becomes the what and the driving force. So they're the reasons that people struggle with their purpose, because they have a little bit of internal conflict or they're outwardly focused. So what I'm going to encourage you to do now is just take a moment and ask yourself this question. Now, this is a big question. And I wonder if you've ever asked yourself this question before in this context. Why am I here? Why am I here? Isn't that a crazy thing to ask? Why am I put on this planet? So we're all masses of energy. We're an energy force, really. And as we float around this planet, as Wayne Dyer says, when we're born, we go from being nowhere, N-O-W-H-E-R-E, nowhere, to now here, N-O-W, space, H-E-R-E. And guess what? When we die, we also go back to where we started, which was nowhere. So the purpose is, while we're here, now that you're here, why don't you make a difference? Why don't you make it useful now? Not only why don't you make it useful, but why don't you make it fulfilling? Because when you realise what your purpose is and when you're living your purpose, it becomes a very fulfilling process, this being now here. I love that. So, the first thing is to find your why. Find your why. There's a great book written about this. What's your why? What's your why? What is it that Why is it that you do what you do? Yeah, and when you write your purpose, I want you to write it in a couple of ways. And I'm going to skip to number 3 here. There's a couple of things that I want you to think about in your purpose. Now, I'll recite my purpose for you. Mine's easy to understand. I use 3 letters, M-I-E, motivate, inspire and engage, but that's not it, right? So when you're writing your purpose, there's a couple of things that you need to think about. Purpose is about being an example to others. How do you want others to see you? Don't come at it from what they expect of you, come at it of what you're going to be an example of. You lead them, not they lead you. So what are you going to be an example of? I'm going to be an example. I will live a life that is an example of motivation, inspiration, and engagement in all areas of life. And guess what? I will motivate, inspire, and engage others to do the same. What a cool purpose. I will live a life that is an example of motivation, inspiration, and engagement. And I will encourage others, and I will motivate, inspire, and engage others to live a life that is exactly the same as that. To be inspiring. That's what I love, to inspire people. I love to motivate people. The word motivation is probably a bit corny, but that doesn't matter. I'll take whatever criticism comes with that, because if I can motivate people to do something like this 7-day challenge, even just in one moment, some of my life work's done if it makes a difference in someone's life. So that's your why. When you find your why, what it really does is it gives your life some meaning. It really does give your life some meaning. No longer are you one of the masses, the 97% of people who float through life, never asking themselves why they're here or what the meaning of their life is. And all of a sudden they get to retirement age and they've got nothing to live for, and they pass away 6 months after they've retired, or 12 months or 18 months after they've retired. So all they've been focused on is retirement. Now, I was listening to Anthony Robbins the other day, and he mentioned a great statistic that people that earn over $750,000, for whatever reason that was the magic number, never ever think about retirement. Why? Because they're adding so much value, they're living their purpose. Because they give so much and they create so much value in the world that they get remunerated at such a high level, and they want to keep adding value, so they never think about retirement. People that are on a lower salary, whatever that salary is, all they focus on in their whole working life is retirement. Uncool. I don't ever want to be in that position, that space. To me, retirement is just potentially working less and having the freedom to do more of this work. Yeah. So find your why. What's your why? Because it will give your life meaning. Be an example to others. Remember the M-I-E for me. Whatever it is for you, I don't know. Mine is to be an example of a life that is motivating, inspiring, engaging, encouraging and motivating, inspiring, engaging others to do exactly the same and to live their purpose and their passion. Yeah. Now, the beautiful thing of living with purpose is this: it creates fulfillment. Again, we don't become fulfilled by what we do, by what we have. We become fulfilled by what we become in life. It's not about assets, and it's not about money. It's about who we are deep down in our heart of hearts. What's this energy thing, body? What's it here doing? Some people say the body houses the soul, but other people say that it's a spirit that is just carried around in a human body. Guess what? When you die, your spirit leaves your body, but your weight doesn't change. So it's this aura, it's this energy that you carry with you that really, it's when you die, there is nothing left. You go back to being nowhere, right? So if there's no weight, there's nothing physical about this now here, what is it? It's you. It's who you are deep down. It's who I am deep down. It's purpose. Now here, purpose and meaning. Finally, now take 5, or take longer. Take an hour, take a day. or just do this before the end of the day. But take as long as you need to work out what it is that you're going to be an example of in life. What are you going to be an example of? How do you want to be remembered? I guess is nice, but then again, that's an external focus. Really, how do you want to live? Not how do you want to be remembered, how do you want to live? Who do you want to become? And who do you want to become an example of? And how do you want to inspire others? And remember those two parts of your purpose statement, to be an example, and then I guess who you're going to become, and what that means for you, and how you're going to live in the now, here. I love that. Let's be now here. Let's not be nowhere, because we've been nowhere and we're going nowhere. Let's be in the now here. See you tomorrow. Live your purpose.